Okay, this is part 3 of me going over every single audition for my If Monopoly Was in the Anime webcomic dub. Today we'll be taking a look at the auditions for the main character. I'm so excited. He has probably the most lines throughout the entire comic, so we have to make sure that whoever we pick is really good. That being said, I'm sure all of you are very talented, and I'll be happy to give any feedback that I can. We're going to start off by listening to Sylvex.
Guys, thank you. Alright, calm down and focus. There's more to this game than just rent. Are you ready? It all comes down to this. This card determines the fate of our game!
Yeah, you punched that last bit really well. I like it a lot. Honestly, you have a really great delivery. You left a strange pause between certain parts of the lines around here, but honestly, that can be fixed in editing, so I don't know if that's necessarily an issue. I hear some puffiness in your mic. Let me take another listen and see if I can give you some delivery advice, but honestly, that was amazing.
There's more to this game than just rent. Are you ready? It all comes down to this. This card determines the fate of our game!
This is such a cool take. It honestly reminds me of, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! GX-ish style characters, which is a good thing, because that's almost exactly what inspired the type of story that I wrote. I love anime from my childhood, and I go back to rewatch it all the time. I honestly can't give much feedback on the delivery itself. There was a couple of pauses in between the lines here and there, but honestly, that could have been fixed with editing. I like it a lot. The mic, I can hear some puffiness, and if you could figure out how to get past that, it'd be honestly near perfect. The only thing really is you could hit, the hit towards the end was nice and strong, but I think you could go a little bit harder if I had to really nitpick. But I'd be more than happy to consider you for the role. Actually, let me start my list up again. Wow, the very first one is on the list. Here we go. I'm so excited. Next we have Dargason VO. We're going to take a listen. It looks like they have a couple of other handles here. If you like their audition after we're done listening, please follow them on Twitter and visit their website.
Guys, thank you. Alright, calm down and focus. There's more to this game than just rent. Are you ready? It all comes down to this. This card determines the fate of our game. Guys, thank you. Alright, calm down and focus. There's more to this game than just rent. Are you ready? It all comes down to this. This card determines the fate of our game.
Again, the voice is almost exactly what I had in mind. You guys are really bringing it with the protagonist takes. I guess a nitpick that I have over this one is these two takes sound very, very similar in almost both voice and delivery. And also, in my opinion, the part around here,
there's more to this game than just rent.
That part sounds very unnatural to me. I don't think I would imagine anyone using that type of inflection, even in the anime. If you're capable of doing multiple different voices, I don't know personally if you are, but if you are, please try to apply that to your audition if you're doing multiple takes. And try to vary your intonations a lot more. Like, these both are like a quiet-esque delivery, and maybe you can hit it a lot harder on the second take to show that you're capable of doing that kind of thing. To be able to show that you can create two different feels from the same scene can really show off your talents to producers. Thank you for your audition. Next we have Fujimikirisu. Okay, next we have Fujimikirisu. There's two versions of my audition in here, if you decide to contact me, and then followed by their contact information. Okay, I'm really excited to hear your two different versions.
Guys, thank you. Alright, calm down and focus. There's more to this game than just rent. Are you ready? It all comes down to this. This card determines the fate of our game. Guys, thank you. Alright, calm down and focus. There's more to this game than just rent. Are you ready? It all comes down to this. This card determines the fate of our game.
Nice. You're getting a hang of how to intonate to add energy to certain lines. I would say your 2 takes are, again, pretty similar. Try to make it like an entirely different character, or at least an entirely different energy. Like, imagine the character feels 2 different ways about this scene, and interpret it that way, even if you're only capable of doing a single voice. Some more feedback. You have some peaking right around here. Look into fixing that. And I hear a lot of static in the background of your audition. And I know this is a challenge, especially for beginner voice actors. But begin working on being able to do different accents. I'm assuming that an American accent is not your native accent, but that's one of the most common types of voices that you'll hear when voice acting. So I don't know exactly how, but I know that there's ways to train yourself to be able to do various types of accents. And that might be a really good starting place, but also another good starting place is fixing the background noise in your audio. But thank you very much. Okay, Candy has 2 auditions. It looks like their first take had some background noise, so we're just going to go into the one that they like more. Okay, Candy Eddie, let's see what you have.
Guys, thank you. Alright, calm down and focus. There's more to this game than just rent. Are you ready? It all comes down to this. This card determines the fate of our game.
Okay, that was a very clean take, and I guess you fixed whatever audio issues that you were having before.
Guys, thank you.
You didn't really have that much. That could have been cleaned up pretty nice and easily, and I guess you did that yourself. Very nice job. I would say you need to punch this part. Remember, this is anime. We need to hit stuff hard and big. This part's a little flat.
It all comes down to this. This card determines the fate of our game.
That's way too casual of a delivery for the super tense moment that this is. He's passionate. This is the moment that will affect whether he wins or loses, and he cares a lot about this. But this is a little flat for what I'm looking for. Other than that, pretty good. Thank you for your submission. Next, we have Dark Hasayo VA. They didn't leave any message, so let's just take a listen.
Guys, thank you. Alright, calm down and focus. There's more to this game than just rent! Guys, thank you. Alright, calm down and focus! There's more to this game than just rent!
I really like this voice.
Guys, thank you. Alright, calm down and focus. There's more to this game than just rent! Are you ready? It all comes down to this! This card determines the fate of our game!
It's so unique, and it doesn't sound like a real person, but I mean that in the best of ways. It reminds me of when you hear voice actors try and sound like a younger person. You hear that graveliness, such as a good example is like Ash from Pokemon. He doesn't sound like a real person, but it sounds natural, even though you would never hear that voice in real life. I really like this one a lot, and I'm gonna have to write it down for sure. Thank you so much, Dark Haseo. So many talented voice actors. Thank you so much, everyone. Okay, next we have Robbie DVO. I think you applied for the data character as well? They say thank you for this opportunity. Okay, I'll take a listen.
Guys, thank you. Alright, calm down and focus. There's more to this game than just rent. Are you ready? It all comes down to this. This card determines the fate of our game.
Okay, your mic quality is very, very good. And you pause at a good moment right here. I think you're a little too monotone for this character. This might have worked well for the data analyst type character. I think that's what you applied for. But this guy, the protagonist, is way more peppy and upbeat. He wouldn't deliver this final line so monotone. Try to... If this is what you thought would be best, this is fine, but I would do 2 takes in your audition. One that's like this, and one that's completely different and full of energy. That will show the producer that you're capable of both, and let them consider each one. Thank you. Next we have Caliber of the Sea. They say, thank you so much for this opportunity. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me at, and then they follow that by their contact info. Okay, let's hear from them.
Guys, thank you. Alright, calm down and focus. There's more to this game than just rent. Are you ready? It all comes down to this. This card determines the fate of our game.
Nice. This one is less energetic, but I can still tell that he's serious in the moment. He's considering his moves carefully. This is more quiet. However, I included the page where this line takes place, and it is in a screaming talk bubble, so I would expect a little bit more energy here. Now, that's just a nitpick, but overall, a very good take. Do you have a demo reel? Yes. Oh, it seems like you're mostly in commercial and narration work. Well, let's take a quick listen.
Super soil. If it's not
Gonna hurt my ears. Maybe don't do that at the beginning.
super soil, it's just plain old dirt. So it's 2 o'clock in the morning and you're starving. Nothing in the fridge.
Okay. That sounds very professional, honestly. Obviously, I'm looking for voice actor types, but I'm not knocking you out just because you're mostly commercial. I'll definitely consider you. Thank you so much. Next, we have Jeremy Volkman, so let's take a listen.
Guys, thank you. Alright, calm down and focus. There's more to this game than just rent. Are you ready? It all comes down to this. This card determines the fate of our game. Guys, thank you. Alright, calm down and focus. There's more to this game than just rent. Are you ready? It all comes down to this. This card determines the fate of our game.
Okay. I like the different ways you delivered your intonations at the end. Your intonations on the first one was very strange to me. Right around here.
This card determines the fate of our game.
I don't know how to say this, but the amount of energy should be building, but you scoop down in the middle of this. This is a tense building moment. He's about to draw the key card that he needs. So the energy that you speak with should slowly be building and hit hardest at the last moment, but you dip down here and it loses some of its energy there. And overall, while the delivery is different, it's not quite different enough. I think you're a little inexperienced with how to vary your intonations. And I don't really know how to give advice on that since I'm not a voice actor myself. But thank you so much, and keep at it. I know you can do this. Next we have Kellen Williamson. That's a fun name. Let's take a listen.
Guys, thank you. Guys, thank you. Alright, calm down and focus. Alright, calm down and focus. There's more to this game than just rent. There's more to this game than just rent.
Perfect example of 2 different deliveries for the same line, even though they're using the same voice. One was thoughtful, one was more energetic. Perfect.
Are you ready? It all comes down to this.
Nice.
Are you ready? It all comes down to this.
Okay.
Are you ready? It all comes down to this.
Another great example of varying intonations. The first one went up, the second one had a bit of a curve to it, and this one went down. Perfect. I like this. I like the variation that you're using.
Are you ready? It all comes down to this. This card determines the fate of our game. This card determines the fate of our game.
That's the key thing that I can take away from this audition. Your method of doing each audition line separately, back to back, is honestly what I think I prefer now, because I'm able to directly compare each of your deliveries side by side, rather than having to click around as much. And I really like how you've done it in completely different styles, despite mostly using the same voice per se. Like, I could tell that this would be the same character, but he's speaking completely differently. Very, very good. Thank you so much. I'll write your name down for sure. Since you're able to vary your energy so much, it's such a good talent to have. Nice job. Oh, I'm excited for this next one. It's by Mr. Explosion. And they say, hello, thank you for your consideration. Please let me know if you'd like any redos. I totally get a Yu-Gi-Oh feel with this one. That's one of the main inspirations, of course. Especially because it's about drawing a particular card. So we've never heard that before in all of Yu-Gi-Oh! Okay, let's take a listen. I'm so excited when people get are passionate about the project because it inspired them from something.
Guys, thank you. Alright. Calm down and focus. There's more to this game than just rent. Are you ready? It all comes down to this. This card determines the fate of our game.
Okay. You went for the thoughtful approach, but the source material had it in a shouting bubble. So I want that to be punched really, really hard. But it's fine to include multiple takes. I always believe that whenever you audition, have multiple takes. You'll be able to show more of your skills. And because almost no recording for any line will be done in a single take, especially in a professional setting. I'm not saying that I'm professional, of course. But most of my recordings so far with the cast members that I have chosen so far, we've done 2 to 3 takes at most. Mostly because I hardly know what I'm doing when it comes to directing. But when you audition, you should show that you're able to deliver this line in multiple ways. But overall, I like the pauses that you've done here. It added to the drama perfectly. I could see dramatic music building up in my head behind it. Very well done. Thank you so much, Mr. Explosion. Oh, next we have Shahana again. I think they also auditioned for the data friend role. We have 2 versions. One is more young and hopeful, think regular Yugi Moto, and the second is more serious, think Yami Yugi. Oh, I'm excited, they're gonna try and sound like the Pharaoh. In case you guys didn't know, at least in the English version of Yu-Gi-Oh!, both Yugi and Yami or the Pharaoh, are voiced by the same person, giving a completely different delivery. But in the Japanese version, it's a single voice actor, just like the English version, but they get the same delivery for both Yami and Yugi. That's just a little fun fact in case you guys are curious. I really love Yu-Gi-Oh! Okay, let's play.
Guys, thank you. Alright, calm down and focus. There's more to this game than just rent. Are you ready? It all comes down to this. This card determines the fate of our game. Alternatively, a second take. Guys, thank you. Alright, calm down and focus. There's more to this game than just rent. Are you ready? It all comes down to this. This card determines the fate of our game. Guys, thank you. Alright, calm down and focus. There's more to this game than just rent. Are you ready? It all comes down to this. This card determines the fate of our game.
Excellent. I like the 2 voices, and you gave pretty distinct deliveries in both of them. Although, the ones where you use the same voice here, I pretty much couldn't tell too much of a difference. As far as hardware and stuff goes, the advice that I can give is you're peaking a lot in these areas where you speak slightly louder. I think you can fix this by either lowering your mic or speaking further away from the mic? I don't exactly know. Hey, voice actors out there, how do you change your mic when you're yelling versus when you're talking? Please leave it in the comments. I'm really interested to know. I actually do plan on getting into voice acting myself sometime soon, so that I can hopefully get better feedback in the future. But thank you so much for this take. Okay, next we have One Ike King. They left their contact information and said thank you for this opportunity. People are so nice here. I love this website. People are so willing to help me out with my silly projects.
Guys, thank you.
Interesting take with that. I like the slight laughter to themselves.
Alright, calm down and focus. There's more to this game than just rent.
A little bit of a mic issue here.
Are you ready? It all comes down to this. This card determines the fate of our game.
So,
guys, thank you.
Okay, right here, these 2 parts are almost identical. You did the laughy part, like this one.
Guys.
You kind of giggled to yourself during that delivery.
Guys.
I could play those back to back, and I can almost be certain that it'd be very difficult for even you to tell me which take that was from. It would be interesting if you did a more serious versus upbeat take of this. Otherwise, there's no point in doing multiple takes. It's definitely a creative state of mind. He's uncertain, but I listed him as energetic and optimistic, so be careful to read the prompt as well. But thank you. Next we have Abram VA. Let's take a listen. I'm so excited.
Guys, thank you. Guys, thank you. Guys, thank you.
Strange guys read. Maybe you misinterpreted. It was supposed to be a satisfied, guys, thank you. But, interesting.
Alright, calm down and focus. Alright, calm down and focus.
Interesting again. I like the variety.
There's more to this game than just rent. There's more to this game than just rent. Are you ready? It all comes down to this. Are you ready? It all comes down to this. This card determines the fate of our game. This card determines the fate of our game.
It almost sounds like you're going for like a Jaden Yuki type energy, where he's always like upbeat about everything, no matter how tense things get, which is interesting. I like that a lot. Your actual delivery with that lens is pretty good. It's just not exactly what I had in mind. But that's not bad. That's not bad at all, actually. And I can see you've gotten roles before. You're definitely talented. That's very, very good. I like this a lot. It's definitely a different style, and I appreciate that. Taking risks. Actually, I'm curious, do you have a demo reel? I'd love to hear more from you. Wait. Animation reel? What does that mean?
Hey, did you want to get some Tai Chi later? Oh wait, no, not that one. Chai tea. Yeah, you want to get that? You think I'm done? I'm just getting started! Look at these clouds rolling in.
Okay. You do a very good, like, soft voice. I can... your loud parts are... I know being loud is hard, but that's something that I could recommend to you to focus on next. I want you to learn how to shout. It's really hard, but I know you can do it. I'd love to hear from you again. Next, we have Mystic IRJ. Let's take a listen.
Guys, thank you. Alright, let's calm down and focus. There's more to this game than just rent. Are you ready? It all comes down to this.
That's the same person?
This card determines the fate of our game. This card determines the fate of our game.
Those two voices are the same person? This? Hang on.
Alright, let's calm down and focus.
And this?
This card determines the fate of our game.
That's incredible. That's so good. Oh wow, I love this. I'm writing you down for sure. I honestly have nothing to say other than that's amazing. Well, let me take a look. Maybe I can find something.
Alright, let's calm down and focus. There's more to this game than just rent. Are you ready? It all comes down to this. This card determines the fate of our game.
The enunciation on this line read is really strange to me.
This card determines the fate of our game.
I want this to slowly build up once again. Let's starting from this part.
This card determines the fate of our game. This card determines the fate of our game.
This is the pre-big moment of the comic once again. So I want you to imagine a line that's slowly going up, and we're about to hit the peak. And I want you to punch it right at the end. But other than that, flawless. And I really like the variety in voices. You're a very talented voice actor. Next, we have Drake Aricado. Let's take a listen.
Guys, thank you. Alright, calm down and focus.
Right off the bat, I know it's such a small thing, but I love the dramatic way you say thank you. It's very cool.
Thank you. Alright, calm down and focus. There's more to this game than just rent. Are you ready? It all comes down to this. This card determines the fate of our game.
Nice, your audio is clean. I really like the delivery. You make him sound so cool. It's so cool. It makes me think of like Devil May Cry type characters. That's so cool. Do you have a demo reel of more voices that you can do? Because this isn't exactly what I had in mind for him, but your voice is so cool. Hang on. Oh, you do. Yes.
Benoit, for 300 years, countless heroes
Never give up, because this is my destiny and no one else's. Because I am the hero.
Hang on a second. Why is your audio in this audition so much cleaner than your audio in your demo reel?
Oh, boys and girls, today.
Yeah. Am I crazy? I think your demo reel, honestly, your demo reel voices are great and your delivery is great in them, but your audio is a little bit weird in them. I know it's a pain to have to redo your entire demo reel, but please update it. Maybe you've gotten better since, and people would love to hear your modern talents. I'm definitely gonna write down your name. You're very talented. Oh my god, there's so many people who are good. Next, G-Force. Let's listen.
Alright, calm down and focus. There's more to this game than just rent. Are you ready? It all comes to this. This card determines the fate of our game!
Okay, first of all, I respect the boldness, going for the shout. A lot of people aren't confident in going for a shout, especially if they're newer voice actors, which I think you might be. But I appreciate you going for it. That's very bold. Feedback that I can give is, I think you entirely skipped the first audition line, which isn't a great practice. Make sure you get in all the audition lines for the audition. They put multiple there for a reason, because they want to test you in 3 different feelings, which is actually what I did here. I had one, guys, thank you, which should be a quiet, sentimental feel. Next, I had the second line, which is the one that you have here.
Calm down and focus. There's more to this game than just rent.
A serious mood. Still quiet, but serious. Next, I had a line where I wanted people to shout. I know it's challenging, that's why I left it for last. And that's like the deal breaker. If you can shout, I definitely love that. And I respect that you went for this shout, but you did peak your mic a little bit here. Figure out how to fix that. I don't know exactly how, because I'm sure that depends a little bit on each individual setup. But you're off to a great start. Next is Griffin Eves. They say thank you for this opportunity. People are so kind here. They've gotten several recommendations in the past, so let's hear them.
Guys, thank you. Alright, calm down and focus. There's more to this game than just rent. Are you ready? It all comes down to this. This card determines the fate of our game.
Ooh, that's such a unique delivery and different from everyone else's, but I don't dislike it. It's very unique and I like it a lot. Let's hear it.
Are you ready? It all comes down to this.
That's such a interesting inflection, and it's not an inflection that you would hear in real life. Yeah, I think it almost works in my head. It's such a unique take that I would almost recommend you doing 2 different takes in different feels. You would definitely benefit from that, because I can see that you have a lot of experience. Let me see if I can see if you have a demo reel, because I want to hear more from you. Oh no, no demo reel. Demo reel, do a demo reel. Please, I want to hear more from you. Once you make your demo reel, hit me up on Twitter and I'll have everyone listen to it. Alright, thank you so much. Oh, wow, this one has a long message. It's from Tristan Stone VA. They say, "Hi there. I'm a full-time voice actor and audio engineer with a home studio, and I think I'd be a great fit." What? They're a full-time voice actor, sound engineer, and they have a home studio. Why are you applying to my project? I'm so grateful. I'm so excited for this one. They listed their specs, which I don't understand at all. I'm available for live direction via Source Connect, now Zoom and Discord. If needed, I am able to self-direct. If not, okay. I've directed people so far, and I'd love to hear your advice on how to direct better if I were to choose you. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you so much for your time, and I'm looking forward to hearing back. They treated this so seriously. I'm so excited. They left all their contact information down here. Let's hear them.
Guys, thank you. Alright, calm down and focus. There's more to this game than just rent. Are you ready? It all comes down to this! This card determines the fate of our game!
Yes! Yes, he did the shout, and it's so good. Oh, that's incredible! What a shout! Oh my god, that was so good. Oh wow. I can tell that you're a professional. Wow, that's so good. Well, I'm definitely gonna have to write your name down to come back to. I don't think I have any ground to stand on when it comes to reviewing this line. That shout at the end was so cool. Let's hear it one more time.
Are you ready? It all comes down to this! This card determines the fate of our game!
Ah, it's so cool. Yeah, that's incredible. I really have nothing to say other than wow. Let's see your profile. Maybe we can give some advice there. Do you have a demo reel? Voice actor. Do they not have a demo reel? Are you new to this? No, you have over 100 submissions. Oh wait, you do have a demo reel. You have a video demo reel? Oh no, well, weird. I can't view it, okay? I guess fix this video? That's the only feedback I can give. But thank you so much. Oh wow. Next we have Phantom Sauce TV.
Guys, thank you. Alright, calm down and focus. There's more to this game than just rent. Are you ready? It all comes down to this. This card determines the fate of our game. Everyone, thank you. Alright, I gotta sit here and focus. There's gotta be more to this game than just rent. Alright, here it comes. It all comes down to this. This final card I have will determine the fate of our game. Let's make this one count.
Okay, I wouldn't recommend changing the lines during your audition. The point of the audition takes is to show the variety of energy and variety of ways that you can show off the same line. By changing the words that you say, it's harder for me to tell that you were able to do different ways of the same line. Not to mention, the context of the lines no longer makes sense, because in the actual comic, he is not actually the one drawing the card. So I would strongly recommend, do not deviate from the lines that are in the audition. Stick to the lines and give different energies to each one. Other than that, pretty solid takes. You have a lot of recommendations, congratulations. Do you have a demo reel or something? You do.
Wait. What do you mean they're moving? I didn't sign up for this.
I like that voice. I think I can find roles for you, definitely, with certain types of characters. Thank you so much. Next we have One Wheeler.
Guys, thank you. Alright, calm down and focus. There's more to this game than just rent. Are you ready? It all comes down to this. This card determines the fate of our game.
Ooh, not bad, not bad. I think there's slight audio issues that you're having with your mic. You might have over-filtered it, because I hear your words getting cut off at the very end of each...
It all comes down to this.
You hear that? When you say this, your word is getting cut off at the very end. I think it has to do something with how your mic software is set up. I don't know exactly how to fix that. It all depends on how your setup is. But other than that, pretty good energy. I would recommend a second take where you change up the energy. Let me see if I can say anything about this take in particular.
This card determines the fate of our game.
Yeah, I understand the flow of the energy here. It's pretty good. I want you to get loud, though. I probably should have been more specific in the audition process, though. That's my mistake. JSA King, 11. Here's my audition. Thank you for your time. Thank you so much. I really appreciate so many people auditioning for this. You got cast for 10 roles. Congratulations.
Guys, thank you. Alright, calm down and focus. There's more to this game than just rent. Are you ready? It all comes down to this. This card determines the fate of our game!
Nice build-up. I like that a lot. This is a little bit quiet, even for a voice-over role audition. It'd be hard to extract this and actually use it, so maybe record this part a little bit louder. I think you can use some sound balancing to bring everything to the same level.
There's more to this game than just rent. Are you ready? It all comes down to this.
Yeah, honestly, you're off to a very strong start. I'm surprised you've... How long have you been doing this for? You're only 19? Oh my goodness! Look at all these voices that you can do. Oh my goodness! Congratulations! Another note, make a demo reel. 100%, especially if you're capable of doing all these voices. What I would recommend for you in particular is, since you're confident in doing impersonations of certain characters, is I would have 2 separate demo reels. One of impersonations that you're very confident in, maybe your top 5 or so, and another of original voices that you're confident in doing as well. That way, people who are interested in impersonations can find that demo reel, and people who are interested in original characters can use the other. But thank you so much for the submission. Next we have Jinko again. You were in the Data Friend auditions as well.
Guys, thank you. Alright,
calm down and focus. There's more to this game than just rent. Are you ready? It all comes down to this. This card determines the fate of our game.
Ooh, this guy also sounds cool, but in an entirely different way. He's so suave. I like this a lot. You have a very unique voice. I wonder, do you have a demo reel? I forget. We must have checked this in the last one, but do you? Oh, you do. You have a commercial demo reel. I would suggest making a voice acting demo reel specifically for those interested in that kind of task. We have Fugitive Unknown again. They've auditioned for every single role so far, including the female role. Although that one was pretty interesting. Take a look if you're curious of what I mean by that. They said my third take is cursed and included for only comedic value. Okay? I'm so excited to hear that. You were so funny last time.
Guys, thank you. Alright, calm down and focus. There's more to this game than just rent. Are you ready? It all comes down to this. This card determines the fate of our game. Guys, thank you. Alright, calm down and focus. There's more to this game than just rent. Are you ready? It all comes down to this. This card determines the fate of our game. Guys, thank you. Alright, calm down and focus. There's more to this game than just rent. Why am I Australian? Are you ready? It all comes down to this. This card determines the fate of our game. Nay, the world. Also, why am I Australian? Throw another shrimp on the barbie or something.
Did you do that on purpose? Or did you just realize that you were doing an accent as you were taking the voiceover? As you were recording, rather. That's really interesting. I never considered that that could happen. Do you have an accent naturally? Maybe it popped out? But overall, pretty solid. Some of these parts between the two sound kind of similar, but overall very good. Honestly, I'll have to consider you. I'm writing your name down for sure. And once again, that is the end of listening to everybody. And once again, I have to listen back to my favorites and make a final decision. Thank you so much for all the talents that you've shown me, each and every one of you. And I hope my feedback was helpful despite my inexperience. Okay, I've made my decision, and congratulations to Tristan Stone VA. I hope to learn a lot from you. Your expertise and able to shout and have a huge dynamic range was very impressive. Thank you again to everyone who tried out. Please subscribe and stick around so you can see the final product when it comes out very soon. Thank you so much.